Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location. This afternoon, we are streaming live on YouTube, bringing you Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights visiting the St. Louis Park Orioles in Metro West Conference Volleyball, and I have been looking forward to this match. I'm Robert Christensen, glad you're with us. We're about to begin. Orioles with a one-game edge in the standings. Both these teams are chasing Chaska and Bloomington Jefferson. And we are in the brand new gymnasium, or the remodel of the gymnasium here at St. Louis Park. When you walk in, it smells like a shiny new car. You can smell the wood on the floor, and we're about to begin. Benilde will start off serving to St. Louis Park, who won just the other night here against Cooper, or Bloomington Kennedy. Best of 5 of this match will get the win. And that is number 5 with a great kill shot for Benilde-St. Margaret's. And I don't have a name for number 5, unfortunately. Excuse me, that was number 9, Alexis Brixius. I remember, this is the first time I brought us Benilde-St. Margaret's game this year. Alexis Brixius gets that first kill shot, and then on the subsequent serve by Molly Voss, goes into the net, so we're tied here at 1. And back to start off the serving for St. Louis Park, the veteran junior, Elsa Berglund, number 9. Jump serve and a dive there by Voss, unable to come up with it. So nice start for Elsa Berglund and the St. Louis Park Orioles on serve. They're now up 2-1. And Elsa Berglund for her second service attempt here. Another jump serve, gets low, and having trouble handling it is number 22, Izzy Safford, just a freshman out there. So Elsa Berglund picking on that back row here, going for her 3rd consecutive point, up 3-1. So great start here for Berglund and the Orioles. Another jump serve, back row. This time Safford handles it well, but no one was there to get the bump. So Izzy Safford giving another service point to Elsa Berglund. 4-1 here early. Another serve finds the opening right between the 1st and 2nd row, and I wouldn't be surprised if coach for St. Louis Park, Michael Becker, calls timeout soon here. There's a little lack of communication on Benilde's side, it appears to me right now, and Berglund is taking advantage, and another point. There was a infraction, I think, against number 14, Anna Lurvik, somewhere around that net area the referee was referring to. And now Berglund going for her 6th consecutive point, up 6-1. And there's the timeout I was expecting by Michael Becker. Not a great start for the Red Knights, and they are definitely looking for a win here to try to even themselves up in the Metro West standings as we take a look at the St. Louis Park bench and Coach Emily Minnick talking it over with her Orioles. Not a lot to really say. All they've been doing is Elsa Berglund's been serving and racking up points here early, and that is going to make that conversation go very quick. Not much to say, just keep doing what you're doing. Elsa, keep serving like you're serving. Meanwhile, you can see the Benilde-St. Margaret's bench over on the left there. A little more solemn. A little bit in shock, I think, right now. The one common opponent both these teams had that I was looking at is they both played that had a different result, was Chanhassen, which has a very formidable team as well. We brought you that match against St. Louis Park, and they gave St. Louis Park all they could handle, but Park did edge that out, but Benilde did not. Okay, we're out of the timeout at 6-1. Berglund still serving, going for her 6th point at 6-1. Handled well there by Voss, and now Benilde looking a lot better on that exchange. The set to number 14, Annie Lurvik, and she delivers the kill shot and the 2nd point for Benilde. So that timeout pays dividends for Coach Michael Becker, as they look a lot more composed on that sequence and see if they get their confidence and get themselves back into this match. All right, now checking in to serve, number 20, that's Ellery Clark, another freshman. So a young team here, and we have a new coach for Benilde this year as well. Last year's coach retired, and there's a nice shot there by number 14, Reagan Alexander. Number 14 saw the soft opening on the right side, so St. Louis Park taking advantage Benilde's inability to be in the right spot. And that is inexperience, I would say. Now in to serve is Haley Bird, their ace server, number 11 off the bench, and that leads to a point. And Kendall Coley this time at the net gets the kill shot, number 15. The senior right there takes advantage, puts it down. So I would say positioning would be my #1 critique against Benilde, but that will come with experience, just being in the right place. That just takes game experience. Nice shot there at the top. And I don't know if that was Howell or Kendall Coley. They were both there. There's Lanesbury, Howell exchanging. Here's that set though. And then the jump, they mistimed it, but able to stay up in the air, extend her jump was Kendall Coley, showing great athleticism there. Otherwise, those jumps are mistimed, and Brixius makes a great kill shot from the left side, and it's answered and goes off the back row by Kendall Coley. Trying to save it in the back row for Benilde was number 15, Shelby Scott. I believe that's who it was, but there is Kendall Coley having her way at the net, making it 10-2 here early. Kaylee Bird into serve for her 3rd point, gets it in. Boss, now the set to Brixius, and she brings a nice kill shot along the left side, and she is their experienced player. Alexis Brixius, senior captain, and she has a great kill shot there when she's on that left side, and she finds that near line. Great shot by her, and now she'll get the honor of serving as we have a substitution. Checking out for Benilde is Izzy Safford, and Brixius to serve at 10-3. Gets it to the back row, Lanesbury to Howell. Blocked at the net. Now the set by number 20, Clark. And on the left side, number 10, Lily Eigner, just a sophomore. She did get some varsity experience last year, showing her ability to bring the heat with that right-handed kill shot, but it goes just long, but I do think it may have touched. It was tipped. All right, Brixius gets it to the back row. Lanesbury to Howell. Brixius tried to save it, but great shot by Hannah Howell as she gets in on the scoring column with that great kill shot. St. Louis Park starting to look very polished here. We're about a little past halfway in this delayed pandemic season. And now checking in to serve is Maya Betzer. There she is, number 1, just a sophomore. And a very senior-laden team here, St. Louis Park. They have high hopes to get back to the state tournament, I'm sure. Okay, now the set, Clark. And the kill shot by number 16, Chelsea Fox, the senior. And Benilde now down 6, and we have a substitution. Voss checks out, number 15 checks in. Here's that replay. And Howell unable to get that ball to go back the other way. And now the serve by number 25, Erica Lee, set by Betzer. And it goes off the head of the Benilde player, number 13. Looks like she's okay, Emily Tholen. And now Howell laughing at that. But Kendall Coley, number 15, getting her 3rd kill shot here in just the last few minutes. Having a great afternoon. It goes off the ceiling. One of the things they couldn't do with the renovation was raise the ceiling, which definitely is in play. Right above that official's head, there's an I-beam. I would say maybe just 8 feet, which also can play a role. And it's all fair game. You play it off the metal. Howell to serve. And there was a kill shot attempt that I think she misfired on it, but it proved to be to her benefit. Shelby Scott, she's laughing about it, so good to be humble. Not saying that she planned that. Good to see that you can laugh at yourself, having fun out there. And when it results in a point, all the better. Now to serve number 14, that's Anna Lurvik. Berglund in there again. Kendall Coley is having a game here, and she'll take a step and come in for her will be Reagan Alexander. Here's the set by Betzer, beautiful. My goodness. That was just a great set by Betzer. Okay, back row goes to 13. That is Tholen. Now the kill shot goes long, attempted by number 10, Eigner. Now we're gonna have substitutions, but I think there was a violation on St. Louis Park, so that point goes to Benilde as they get the serves. So back to serve, that's number 22, Izzy Safford. Just a freshman out there. Goes to the back row, that's Howell. Betzer got it along the front row. Here comes Benilde with the kill shot, and it gets scuffed right back over. Berglund was there, Reagan Alexander was there. I was blocked by the referee from my vantage point, but there we got that's Berglund, able to just get enough of a hand on it. That ball just climbed over the net for a point for St. Louis Park, and they are now 10 points from the victory in game 1. They have an 8-point lead, and back to serve, number 3, that's Anna Bauer, the senior. To the back row, that's Safford, blocked at the net by Reagan Alexander, but here comes Benilde again with the kill shot, blocked once again by Alexander. And they'll take another shot at it, and they dink it, and Holden dives to save it. But here comes Benilde over to Brixius. Here's their chance. It goes off the tip hand, and the point goes to Benilde. 15-8, and you can tell, I think you can hear, as we look at Brixius deliver the goods here. Look at that whip action, getting that elbow back. All right, now to serve Molly Voss. And there's a strong Benilde contingent fan group here. You can hear them. There's Lanesbury with a great save to Berglund as she tips it over. Now there is Voss to Brixius. She goes long on that one, though. She's got a lot to deal with that tall front line, led by Reagan Alexander and Hannah Howell. And now we're gonna have a substitution. Looks like we have a timeout on the court at 16-8. And I think St. Louis Park may have taken that timeout, although I couldn't tell as we look at Michael Becker talk to his team on the bench there. They have started to play a little better here, but they have not been able to get closer than, I think, 6 or 7 points in the last few minutes. After today's match, Benilde has a couple of home games coming up against Bloomington Kennedy and then again Robbinsdale Cooper before going on the road to Chanhassen, and then a tough one at Chaska, and then they'll get Bloomington Jefferson right before Thanksgiving on November 23rd. St. Louis Park will have a tough match at Chanhassen, and then they get St. Michael Albertville at home. Then they're on the road to Jefferson, Cooper, and then home to finish it off against Chaska. That should be a great match, that one. Okay, Berglund. Following the timeout here at 16-8, game 1. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're along with us here at ParkTV 16 Sports, bringing you live girls Metro West volleyball action. And it is great volleyball action when you see these two schools. And that kill shot attempt, I think, from Hannah Howell goes long. So now Benilde will get the serve, and they will have 2 substitutions here. Number 16 checks in. It's Chelsea Fox. And also that woman right there, that's Ellery Clark, a freshman, to serve. And she's got a great, oh, they called that out. Boy, at first glance with the naked eye, I thought that was on the line. Let's see what the replay shows here. That ball comes right on the line. And that call goes to St. Louis Park, so those things do happen. Good camera work here. You look at that shiny floor on the camera. They got skylights that are in this building now, which is a nice effect. As Brixius brings the kill shot, but Kaylee Bird saves it. And now Benilde struggles, and the point will go to Benilde as there was a net infraction or maybe a double hit on the part of St. Louis Park. Yep, that is gonna be Alexis Brixius into serve. It was an illegal back row attack. Is what that was. Paul Broden, our producer, informs me, as Howell, wow, brought the heat. That went off the ceiling that had so much power on the bump. Oh, too bad. That was a wasted, nice bump by Ellery Clark on Hannah Howell. And boy, that ball had some power on it. Clark was able to bump it accurately, but it went straight up to the ceiling, and then Benilde struggled from there. Now 18-10, And into serve, Maya Betzer off the bench, the senior. And then they leave her in there to be the setter. Now the spike attempt by number 15, Shelby Scott. Or excuse me, that was number 16, Chelsea Fox. Gets met by a block at the net with Kendall Coley and Hannah Howell right there. And I think they both might have got a piece of that one. All right, now Maya Betzer back to serve, 19-10. Oh, and they run into each other. So again, that's the youthful inexperience on display there. They'll figure that out. Now Betzer to serve again at 20-10. That ball goes to the back row. And there's the set, a little too far and in front for the front row to do anything with it, but now they're gonna get another chance as it goes over to the left side, and I believe that was number 10, Lily Eigner gets the kill, and now it's 20-11. Game one here, if you're just joining us, St. Louis Park got off to a 8-2 start before Benilde took a timeout and started to even it up a little bit, but they really haven't been able to cut much into the lead from that start. Otherwise, they played them fairly even after that first timeout. Now it's 21-11, and now back to serve. Hannah Howell, number 17, the senior. And she tries to dink it in there, and it goes off that I-beam. I was talking about it. There's an I-beam, and that is where that volleyball hit up there, and it caused Benilde all kinds of problems as Hannah Howell gets their 22nd point, 3 points from game one, and she puts that one in the net. Looked like her toss was a little off on that jump serve attempt by Hannah Howell. And now Benilde will substitute and give the ball to number 14. That's Anna Lurvik, the sophomore. They've got their work cut out here, down 10. But more importantly, St. Louis Park is only 3 from the victory. There's Betzer, now Howell from the back row. Great shot from that position especially. And now the kill shot by number 17, Josie King, the senior. Delivers the 13th point. Nice set there by number 14, Anna Lurvik too. Which I always say makes that kill shot so much easier. It really makes the shot. Again, it's the toss or the set. All right, now there is the serve by number 14, Lurvik. And Berglund, who's been quiet today, nice save there on the back row by 13. That was Tholen. Now here comes Kendall Coley with the kill. She finds that near sideline in the corner. Here's the set by Betzer, perfectly placed, and bang, that's where that ball ended up, in the corner for the point, and a 10-point lead, 2 points from the victory in game one. That was a great set again. This time from King to number 10, Eigner. As Eigner, there she is, gets that kill shot as her game has improved here. Look at that power, folks. Betzer, nothing she could do. Now Benilde within 9, trying to stave off the loss here in game one. That's number 22 back to serve, Izzy Safford, the freshman. All right, she's waiting for the official to give her the high sign, and there it is. There's the serve, back row, Hannah Howell. Now Betzer, and Reagan Alexander takes another great set by number 1, Maya Betzer. Playing very well at the set position, the setter position, puts that just in a place where Reagan Alexander just delivers another great kill shot to the open space on the floor. And now it is 24-14, and checking in to serve is Anna Bauer, the senior. This is game point. Bauer and the Orioles. Here comes St. Louis Park, and Brixius gets the kill shot to go down despite the block attempt. Berglund and Reagan Alexander. No, that was Lanesbury, and Alexander trying to get that block there on the right side, but Brixius able to find a way to get that ball through. Just went right at it. If they try to go over it, that's when they sail along. Now Voss to serve again, and it goes into the net, and that gives the point and the game to St. Louis Park. So after one, it's St. Louis Park 1, Benilde 0. Come on back for game number 2.
New message.
Department of the Social
Security Administration. The reason of this call is to inform you that your Social Security number has been suspended for suspicion of illegal activity. If you do not contact us immediately, your account will be deactivated. For more information about this case file, press 1 or call immediately our department number. 326.
This is a scam. Thieves are misusing the Social Security Administration's authority and phone schemes to trick you into giving them money or personal information. They state there is a problem with your Social Security number or account. They claim there's been suspicious or fraudulent activity, and you could be arrested or face other legal action. They even spoof SSA's main customer service telephone number on caller ID. Don't believe them. Don't provide any information. SSA employees will never threaten you for information or promise benefits in exchange for information. In those cases, the call is fraudulent. Just hang up. If you suspect you've been contacted by an SSA scammer, call the Social Security Fraud Hotline at 1-800-269-0271.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports production on location. We are at brand new renovation of the St. Louis Park High School gymnasium. I'm wondering if this is the inaugural event in this new space, but they've got a brand new floor and it's very shiny, and they've got skylights which let a lot of light into here, and it certainly has the smell of a new car. Smell the chemicals on that hardwood floor, but it's a beautiful looking floor. There it is. Beautiful wood floor. And we're about to start here. Unfortunately, they couldn't raise the ceiling. I think that would require probably just tearing the place down, but it is a nice improvement, and it looks and feels, smells good in here. So we're about to begin game number 2. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. St. Louis Park took game number 1, 25-15 after getting off to, I think, an 8-2 lead, and then really never relinquishing that dominance. And so we're about to begin game number 2 of this best of 5. St. Louis Park has a 5-3 conference record. Benilde-St. Margaret's 4-4, trying to even up in the standings. Both teams are chasing Jefferson and Chaska. And there's some sort of delay as now we're gonna get a late substitution for Benilde. Not quite sure what that was about, but okay, the scorers are talking to the referee. Now another substitution, even before we've begun here. As we await number 3, Anna Bauer, the senior, started off in game number 2, and that's Voss with the bump to number 13, Tholen, and the point goes to Benilde as they get point number 1 here to start game number 2, as that was Brixius bringing the kill shot. And Reagan Alexander unable to block that right back at him. So Brixius, clearly their leader. There she is. Senior, seems to be the most talented player out there. And with the most experience, gets that serve down. Hannah Howell handles it cleanly, and now goes back to her. She misfires a little. Now Benilde. And that kill shot a little behind her was number 16, Chelsea Fox. Made it difficult to get that ball over the net, so we're tied at 1. And now back to serve, number 9, the junior, Elsa Berglund. And now lots of substitutions delaying this match. It seems to be quite the process. It's kind of just off to the left of our camera. Every time they do a substitution, they get the sheet. She's checking with the coach, who's sitting there to the left with the red face mask. And this is the set. Now we have another player coming up. I don't know what rules are at play here, but there must be some sort of technical rule about who can be where, when on the court, as we look at number 15, Shelby Scott, who just checked in. Again, we have a brand new coach and a lot of young players, and some rules I may be ignorant on where people can play and when is my guess. And we're still trying to work it out here, so a delay here early on in game number 2. I'm as confused as anyone. And I'm sure there is a logical explanation, as it looks like we're getting ready to play here. The crowd a little antsy, like to get this going as the referee is still talking to the scores table over on the left, and we continue to wait here. Never seen anything like this in my last 4 years or so of doing these broadcasts for volleyball. Feels like a ballot recount situation over there. There's lots of people talking, looking at pieces of paper on the table. The coach trying to explain his substitutions. And I think that's what we're talking about, is who can play when and where based on what their designation is on the team, I guess. Now Voss, they continue to talk it over. And I haven't got a stopwatch on this delay, but I'll bet it's coming up on 5 minutes here. It's longer than an injury timeout, I believe. And now Voss comes over to the near side to talk to this ref. And I don't know what that would be for. She'll head over and she's talking to her coach, delivering the message. Now people from the crowd are piping up here. All right, I think we're gonna play actually. Good, all right. In case you are just joining us, we're right at the beginning of game number 2. St. Louis Park won the first one, 25-15. Elsa Berglund to serve for St. Louis Park. That's going to be trouble. Shelby Scott, but that was one too many hits, I believe. There was a set attempt for a kill shot, but no one was there, and the front line player for Benilde had to bump it, and then there was a 4th hit by Scott, resulting in a point for Park. And now trouble in the back row, but Benilde saves it. Berglund in the back row. Lanesbury to Reagan Alexander, and that sailed long on her. She took a little something off of it, which is, I think, the reason why it may have sailed on her. She might not have had her balance either. That's usually also a culprit when they sail. A little off balance either from the set or just their own preparation and jump for it. Now Holden in the back court. Lanesbury, Howell running kill shot attempt, saved by Benilde. Now on the left side, that is number 10. Lily Eigner starting to assert herself as a threat there. Not starting to, she has been a threat. That's at least the 3rd kill shot I can recall in this match, all coming from that power left side, inside out, right-handed kill shot. Now Molly Voss to serve. Back row to Holden, almost hit a speaker. Now to the near side, led Hannah Howell, now Holden saves it. Lanesbury will try it again for Reagan Alexander. Nice save on the floor there by Ellery Clark for Benilde. And number 10, Eigner, this time, took a little bit off of it, whether it was intentional or not. She's shaking her head, let's see. But nevertheless, she found the soft spot in the St. Louis Park zone. No, she actually put that there on purpose. What a great shot there by Eigner. At least that's what it appeared to me. We're tied at 3. Now Howell brings the kill shot, and it gets touched at the front line for Benilde, leading to a point. So nice job by 1-7 there. There is that kill shot. Going down for Hannah Howell. Now into serve, Kaylee Bird, the designated server ace off the bench, coming in to get another point. I can't remember a time this year that Kaylee Bird has not at least gotten 1 point. That's proper grammar. Achieved 1 point on her serve, at least 1. Now she'll serve again. Boy, gets right down there. Nice job by Voss getting down to save it. Saved it at the net as well with number 20, Clark. And that results in a point. What a great point by Benilde-St. Margaret's. Not giving up as it came off the net. And then the spike finds the soft, and the diving Bird couldn't catch up to it in time. So we got a tight one here early on, 5-4 for Park. And in the serve, number 14, Anna Lurvik gets it in. Berglund, the bump a little ahead, tipped at the net there by Lanesbury. Now here comes Benilde. And And Kendall Coley gets blocked at the net, still alive. She'll get another chance, tips it. The set was off, and it sent her into the net. Now Benilde is tied in at 5. So Benilde showing a lot more fight here in game number 2. And number 14, Lurvik gets her second service in, and that ball sails long on Kendall Coley, number 15. And a 6-5 lead here for Benilde. And I think, though, that block attempt by number 25 in part, Erica Lee, the freshman, may have forced Kendall Coley to mishit that, and that set is off. A little behind her, will give Benilde a chance, and that kill shot attempt by number 17, Josie King. The ball wasn't in a very good position for her to execute that type of shot from that point. And so that gives St. Louis Park the 6 point, and that also means Maya Betzer will check in as Olivia Lanesbury will take a break. And they're both the designated setters on this team, and they are running around more than anyone. So it's good that they get a break here for each other. There's Betzer with that set to Howell, and she put it in a great spot, and because of that, that resulted in a point. Great set again by Maya Betzer, giving Hannah Howell a great opportunity for a kill shot. Look at that set, folks. Right where it needs to be. Perfect balanced jump by Howell. Great execution. Now Betzer to the back row to Voss. That's Lurvik, and Eigner blocked at the net, allowed Berglund to save it. Now Howell brings it. I think that was going out, and Voss knew it. You saw the clap. It was at her shoulders. Gives St. Louis Park another chance, and the point goes to Benilde, as I believe there was a net violation. That set was led a little too far, resulting in that technical violation at the net is more substitutions for Benilde. So they substitute quite a bit more than St. Louis Park, and now into serve. That's number 13, Emily Tholen. Tholen, a senior, gets to the back row. Berglund and Howell are there. Betzer had to just save it off the net. So great serve by Tholen. Resulted in that point because it wasn't handled that well in the back row by St. Louis Park. So I give the credit to the service of that one by Emily Tholen. She gets her second service attempt in, and now she dives to save it. And that is 17 King, and her kill shot goes long. Point to St. Louis Park, and we're tied at 8. Betzer just got out of the way of that ball as it just missed that line too. It did not miss by much. Josie King has to be muttering to herself, and a point. And I think we have a technical violation, and I'm wondering if it doesn't have to do with what that discussion was during that break. Or it's their positioning or where they're standing on any point. Maybe that's it. Players, I think, can only have so many people and so as part of the court is my guess, and they weren't maybe in their right formation, which would be an experience too, as Brixius's kill shot goes long. And now Park with a 2-point advantage at 10-8, and Hannah Howell now back to serve. Very experienced, talented senior gets that ball in, back to Tholen. And now Brixius blocked at the net. Howell now. Betzer to Kendall Coley, and she sent, or is that Reagan Alexander? No, that was Coley. As we look at Shelby Scott check in, number 15 there for Benilde, and back to serve. Number 24 is Sierra Lumpkin, or no, excuse me, that's 25, Erica Lee. Now Betzer behind the back, set, and they're gonna give the point. I wasn't sure if that was maybe a little bit carried by Kendall Coley, but nice job for her to get that ball over. Look at Reagan Alexander check in for her at that front line, showing all kinds of great enthusiasm. Now Holden with the serve right away with a 2-point lead at 11-9, and here comes number 17, Josie King, and they called it out, just barely out. It's 2 near misses. It got deflected though at the net, so I thought it did. It would go off the net. I'd have to see it again. Anyway, Holden to serve with a 3-point advantage. And the bump, Brixius gets blocked at the net. Now Betzer, Holden, Berglund. Saved by Benilde. Now to Brixius. And she gets the point, and it's got deflected at the net. And there, look at that form, folks. Her whole body is into that kill shot. They really bring that elbow back. It reminds me of like a pitcher throwing a fastball, how they just, the arm is like a whip. Now back to serve with down 2, 12 to 10. It's number 20, Ellery Clark. And St. Louis Park struggles with it. As Benilde is really playing a lot better than early on in game 1. It's like they finally woke up. And I will say this, it is a noon Saturday match, which is fairly unusual. These girls are used to playing at 7 o'clock as Brixius brings another kill shot. And the deficit is now 1 as we look at her after that great shot. Here's that set by Clark. And Brixius avoids that block, double block attempt at the net. And that ball just sails over Betzer. Great reflexes by her, and then the miscommunication between number 10, Martinson, and Howell. And that causes Coach Emily Minnick to call a timeout here, and we're tied at 12 in game number 2. And Benilde-St. Margaret fans are that enthused by what they're seeing from their team here in game number 2 as we look at Park's schedule coming up. Today is November 7th, and of course we're bringing you that match right now on YouTube, and then in a few days they're going to go to Chanhassen, and that will be a great match. Chanhassen has a good, talented team who gave St. Louis Park a lot of trouble a few weeks ago, and they are 3-3 in the conference, so they're right there. So that'll be a great match. Then St. Michael Albertville, a rare non-conference matchup. I didn't know they were doing non-conference games. Maybe that's only football. Then at Bloomington Jefferson, that'll be a tough match. They'll try to avenge their loss here at home a couple weeks ago to them. Then they're at Cooper, which I don't think they should have too much trouble with. And then that game at Chaska, they're the league leaders at 6-1 in the conference. Okay, following the timeout, back to serve, number 20. Clark, and she gets it across, and then she comes up for the bump. Now Voss over to Brixius, and it gets blocked at the net. Howell sets it to Betzer, who gives it back to Howell, and it's at the net, and they're going to give the point to Benilde as that ball did not make it over. And there was no net violation on Benilde. So now Benilde with a 1-point lead here in game 2. And this is the match I expected, that this would be tight. And that ball sails long on Ellery Clark. And so we're tied at 13 midway through game 2, and that's Olivia Lanesbury checking in as Martinson and Betzer have a seat, and also checking in is number 3, Anna Bauer, into serve. Also the senior, and she gets that ball to Voss for Benilde, then Clark, and she gets the Scott. It's blocked at the net, and that set was off the mark, which allowed the easy kill for Reagan Alexander. You can see here she tries to go behind the head, and so they were miscommunicating as where they would be. And there's Reagan Alexander, number 14, with the easy kill shot. And there's a big spike attempt by number 16, Chelsea Fox, but she ran into a whole lot of Reagan Alexander in the St. Louis Park Orioles front line. And now Park with another 2-point lead here. Anna Bauer going for her 3rd consecutive point following the timeout. Now Voss. That's Brixius from the near side this time. Now Holden, and Berglund goes for that far corner, and it sails long, and it's 15-14. So tight match here in game 2 is now checking in for Benilde as their ace kill shot specialist, Lily Eigner, a sophomore, number 10, and there is Alexis Brixius. So I can see how they're using those two. Once Brixius gets to the back row, that's when Eigner comes in to take that kill shot position, and then they'll rotate out every 3rd or 4th rotation. And now another point for Benilde as Eigner gets that ball to go down, and so now Benilde on a mini run here, tied at 15, and there's the senior captain. Brixius gets it in. Now Lanesbury to the near side, Berglund. Oh, what a dive by Voss. She's been everywhere on the floor. And another point for Benilde, and now they edge ahead here by 1. Or did they give that point to Park? They did. Okay, I must have missed a violation as we now look at Elsa Berglund into serve with a 1-point lead. They're 9 points from game number 2. This is a best of 5. We're streaming live on YouTube. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us as we watch Elsa Berglund, and that's a point for St. Louis Park. And again, I'm wondering if there wasn't a setup problem there again, as you can see Eigner going, what are we doing wrong here? Has to be the formations. Berglund with a 2-point lead. Clark to Eigner. Nice save by Bauer. Now Holden gets it to go back over, but a chance for Benilde to set one up, and they will for Eigner. It's blocked at the net by Reagan Alexander. Stayed alive, though, by number 22. That was Safford, and then the point goes to Benilde, and they are never say die right now, doing everything they can to hang in these points. And it's been paying dividends for the red team. It's now back to serve. That is Molly Voss. She gets it to go down, and that ball almost hit the ceiling. Now, Reagan Alexander, and they call that ball long, but not by much. You see on the replay here, that was a nice set, and it looked like, boy, yeah, it's long. Good call. Clearly long. But I think it was tipped at the net. I was about to say that, and that's why Kylie Bird is now in to serve. Kaylee Bird, I should say. And Voss has to stave that off, but that's a chance for Eigner, and this one she gets to go down, despite Kendall Coley and Olivia Lanesbury being right there. This time Eigner gets the best of it, and it's a 1-point differential again. Now Josie King checking in for Benilde, back to serve is number 14, Anna Lurvik. Tight match here in game number 2. Glad you're with us for ParkTV 16 Sports, and that Hannah Howell, who's been relatively quiet this afternoon, delivers the 19th point for Park. And there it goes down, despite the diving attempts by the back row. And we're at 19-17, and now Maya Betzer into serve. 6 points from the victory in game 2. Oh, that set was a little too far in front of Eigner. She had to tip it over. Now the tip attempt, King saves it. Lurvik and Eigner couldn't get much on it. Now Betzer will give it to Martinson. She couldn't get all she wanted on it. Now the bump to Eigner, had to adjust backwards. Now Howell should get a good attempt, and a diving chance there by number 14, Lurvik, unable to save it as Howell gets that point. There she is right there. A very intent look on her face. She just saw that soft spot. She took something off it. You can see she was looking right at it there on that replay, and now we have a timeout on the court. I think Benilde took that one this time, although I couldn't see as I was looking at the replay. But we're 3 points differential between these two teams. St. Louis Park trying to get the 2-game advantage of this best-of-5 series. They did play earlier in the year, way back. In fact, it was game number 1, also on a Saturday, October 10th. St. Louis Park, they swept them 3-0, and they're hoping to do that again here in the brand new renovated gym of St. Louis Park. That's a brand new floor. They have skylights. That's why we're getting the reflection off the floor. We're not here during the day usually, but it does lighten up the space quite a bit. And it has a nice new feel to it. All right, now coming out of the timeout, 20-17, tight game here. Betza in to serve. As we're looking at the skylights there. There's Voss off the speaker. And that did set everybody off. A little lack of communication. Eigner trying to get into position. Number 14, Lurvik, wasn't sure where to go with it. And now Betzer Unforced error there. 21-17, 4 points from game number 2, and that ball goes in. Voss is hoping. And now another unforced error. Late in the game, you gotta play those, I would say. When in doubt, play it, right? Okay, now Betzer. 3 points from the victory, and that ball sailed long. Did it touch anybody? No, I thought it might have caught the sleeve or the shoulder of Eigner. But apparently not, or yes, I think it did. Right there, caught her, maybe her hair. That's probably why that's a point for Park, 2 points from game number 2. Boy, just when Benilde thought they were gonna get a chance, and then Eigner gets a perfect set. And she finds the opening in the corner, deep in the back row. Watch that set by Lurvik. And it did get touched, but nice job there by Benilde, trying to stave off the loss here in game number 2. Now into serve, number 13, that's Emily Tholen. Good look at her, and that ball sails long. Another 3 unforced errors here late. That is really costing Benilde after playing so competitively throughout this game number 2. And now Hannah Howell looking at game point here. Ball goes deep, and the set. Betzer, and the block at the net. I think that's Brixius got that. Alongside her was number 25, Erica Lee as well. So they stave off game point number 1, and now back to serve is Erica Lee. Just a freshman out there, Holden able to get low for that, and the set is off for Berglund, but she stays in bounds, able to say no, she did not stay in bounds. With delayed call, gives another point to Benilde, so they stave off another game point. Kind of like a break point in serve. Trying to stave them off here. And the kill shot by Kendall Coley gets the win in game number 2, I believe, for St. Louis Park. Yes, it is. And there is your score after 2. It's 2-0 St. Louis Park. Come back for game number 3.
Drownings are the #1 cause of accidental death for young children. Simple safety steps are the best way to prevent these tragedies. Make sure kids learn how to swim. Designate an adult water watcher to watch kids in and around water. Save the phone calls and texts for when the kids are out of the water. Properly fence all pools with fences at least 4 feet high and with self-closing, self-latching gates. When above-ground pools aren't in use, remove the ladders. When pools aren't in use, cover them. Teach kids to stay away from drains. And if a child is missing, check the pool or spa first. Consider the steps you take, then add a few more. Because you never know which pool safety step will save a life. Until it does. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We are at St. Louis Park High School bringing you Metro West Conference Volleyball featuring St. Louis Park hosting Benilde-St. Margaret's. We're about to begin game number 3, and you can see on your screen there, St. Louis Park took out Benilde in the first 2 games, 25-15, 25-20. And Benilde played them pretty tough in game number 2. Just late, they let some easy points get away, a few unforced errors. Otherwise, they were within 1 point at around the 20-point mark before St. Louis Park edged away at the end, giving them the 2-0 lead here. So Benilde-St. Margaret's now into serve to stave off losing this match. It's a best of 5. Good, enthusiastic crowd here. People understand the importance of this rivalry and this matchup here, since they're just 1 game apart in the standings. And into serve, number 20, that's Ellery Clark, a freshman, gets it to Hannah Howell. Almost a double hit, I thought, but then she'll take that kill shot and delivers. She is so dangerous from anywhere on the court. Nice start here for St. Louis Park. And back to serve, Elsa Berglund, number 9, the junior. And that set attempt over to Eigner was a little off the mark, and Benilde, after playing so well, off to a little bit of a ragged start. Berglund decides to hit that in the back row. Goes off Eigner, and a nice diving save by number 22, Safford, for Benilde. Now Voss to the near side. I believe that is Lurvik, and she gets the point for Benilde to tie it up, and that was a hard-earned point for the Red Knights. There's Voss, beautiful. Well, it was off the mark, actually. Good form, but it was off the mark. Allowed number 14, Lurvik, though, still able to get a kill shot off as she was lunging backward. Now back to serve is Lily Eigner. And the tip, Voss, Eigner. Now Holden to the near side, Howell, Voss. And Lurvik gets blocked at the net. Howell and Reagan Alexander were there to meet that kill shot attempt. And it's 2-1. Here's that replay. Howell and Alexander adjust perfectly. Great footwork by both of them to move right over there and execute that block. Reagan Alexander takes a break. There she is, number 14, having a seat. And you can see we're here broadcasting during the day, obviously. We're streaming live, and there's these nice skylights, but it does create a glare on this brand new shiny floor, which is part of the renovation here, so we apologize for that. And Kendall Coley with the running kill shot. There she is, number 15. Celebrating with Hannah Howell. Hannah with the jump, the set by Lanesbury, and the running kill shot. Too bad we don't have a radar gun to see what speed gets on these volleyball games. I'd be curious to know. Now Brixius. Coley saves it, now she tips it. Nice save by Voss as she goes to her knees. Now to Brixius, and the kill shot blocked at the net. And Bird, I thought, got her back of her hand underneath that, but unfortunately, it didn't appear to be the case, so now it's 3-2 for Park, and back to serve, Erica Lee. Gets it across, Berglund with the bump, didn't handle it real well, she knows it. And we're tied at 3, so game number 3 starting off much like game number 2, both teams within a point or two. Just at 3 apiece here. St. Louis Park going for their second sweep against Benilde this year. And that kill shot finds Paydirt for Coley, and she is on fire right here. Finding her range on 2 running kill shot attempts. Look at that run, jump, twist her body, and go right back the other way. Great angle on that kill shot with lots of pace. Now Maya Betzer, been playing very well this afternoon as well. Coming in to serve, gets that flat ball right across. Now Brixius gets a chance, and that results in a point. That ball found its way inside the line. There she is, Alexia Brixius. And now substitutions for Benilde as we're tied at 4. There's Josie King, number 17. Now back to serve is number 14, Anna Lurvik. She gets it to Berglund. Now Betzer, and Martinson's kill shot attempt is blocked at the net. Now Howell will take it from the left side. Benilde able to answer that, and Brixius gets it to the back row. Nice job by Berglund controlling that kill shot attempt. That allowed the nice set and kill shot attempt by Kendall Coley once again. Giving Martinson a 5 there. Here is Betzer to Coley's 3rd kill shot in a row. Gives Park the 1-point lead, and Hannah Howell the service honors. Now King with the kill shot. Saved by Hannah. And that ball goes off Brixius. She was caught off guard there. Unable to save that ball. Now it's 6-4. And Hannah Howell will serve once again. Number 17, there she is. And the shot to Brixius. And that set was a little off the mark for King. Lurvik seemed to acknowledge that fact. Could have been a good opportunity there, I believe, for Benilde, as now they find themselves down 3 against Hannah Howell, going for her 3rd consecutive service point. Bolin able to handle that. Brixius with the kill shot, handled by Howell. Now the kill shot by Berglund, as Brixius gets that as she goes to her knee, but then set attempt once again by Lurvik, a little off the mark in my opinion, and King unable, as she's showing some frustration out there off the camera. You know, she needs to get good sets. Now Howell. Once again, now Brixius had to adjust there, and she found it. I don't know if she took a little off of that on purpose. Sometimes, you know, you swing, but you just let part of your hand hit it so that the other side feels like they're gonna get a much more powerful shot. And when they don't, when it doesn't show up there, it's sort of like an off-speed pitch. Okay, now Brixius to Berglund. Betzer back to Hannah Howell. Brixius answers. Lurvik, and King finally gets a chance to deliver some heat, but it's blocked at the net, and Berglund finds pay dirt. And it's been a while since I've seen her do that, and it's nice to see her find her range. She hasn't had many kill shot opportunities, but Berglund has the ability to score from all over the court as well, and that ball hit the line. Oh, there might have been a disagreement, I think, in the crowd, though, and I didn't look at it closely. That might have been just a little bit long, but I thought I caught the line as well. And the point goes to Benilde, and we are at 9-6 meanwhile. And now substitutions for Benilde. That's number 25, Erica Lee, coming in as Molly Voss, number 1. There she is, gets ready to serve. The junior gets it in. Hannah Howell bumps it. Betzer will bump it to Martinson. Martinson gets it to the back row. Now for King, gets a better set that time, but the block was there for Benilde. Now it's gonna hit the I-beam, set up there for Reagan Alexander. Now Eigner, she finds the soft spot in the middle of that zone defense, just between lines 1 and 2 and to the left of Howell. She just took a little off of it, and look at her form, how her wrist just was able to guide that ball right where it needed to go. Now Voss at 9-7, down 2. And Reagan Alexander took her ball, misses the mark. There was an opening there, but she went a little wide right here. She got up there, set up right, just missed it. But I do think Voss moving over caused her to alter that shot. So good job by Voss being in good position there to alter that shot. And to recognize that it was going out. Great court awareness. And another point for Benilde, and they have now tied it up on there. Molly Voss and the Red Knights are on a little run of their own here. 3 straight points as now Olivia Lanesbury will check in for Betzer. She gets set, and we're back underway at 9 apiece here in game 3. That ball goes way deep. Nice job by Voss. And now Berglund blocked at the net by King for the Red Knights. And now the fight at the net. And King and Erica Lee win that battle at the net against Alexander and Lanesbury. And now they have a 1-point lead, and they're on a 4-point run on the service hand of Molly Voss, number 1. There she is. Like a free throw, they have their routine down, do it the same way every time. That ball sails on her, and you can see the adrenaline, or she's just getting tired. It's usually what explains those long shots. But obviously feeling very good with that 4-point run, and now we're tied at 10, and Anna Bauer, the senior, in to serve. She quickly gets it to the back row to number 22, Safford. And the kill shot by Eigner, unable to be handled by Reagan Alexander at the net, gives Benilde another 1-point lead. So this game number 3 is very much like game number 2, back and forth, within a point of each other. Now more substitutions for Benilde. In to serve is number 20, Ellery Clark, the freshman. She'll deliver that ball and jump serve it. Gets it in. Howell comes up with a nice bump. And the set to Lanesbury, and this time Reagan Alexander delivers, number 14. And the block attempt at the net there by Eigner, unable to handle it as she shows her frustration. Reagan Alexander, and we've got 4 bones for the score, 11-11. And the ball goes to Voss, and to the near side, Eigner just tips it over. Howell's there to save it, and now the dink shot there by Reagan Alexander results in a point for Park. And it's 12-11, and Elsa Berglund now will serve. Jump serve by her, gets it to the back row. Safford there, and the set for Eigner was led her too far. You can see it right there on your screen. You don't need me to say that, just got a little too much there, and nicely timed jumped by Reagan Alexander gets the point for St. Louis Park, and Elsa Berglund will serve once again with a 2-point edge at 13-11, and nice serve, diving Voss to save it, and Eigner gets the kill shot. Boy, they pulled that point out of nowhere. Watch the dive here by Voss, just stretching to get that, sacrificing herself, and then the nice set by number 20, because it was off the mark for her. Ellery Clark able to get that ball set up nicely for Eigner. Well done by Benilde, and there's Eigner now with the jump serve. Down one, and Reagan Alexander gets that to Clark. And this time Brixius with the kill shot delivers as Holden dived for it, but couldn't manage the ball well enough to keep it in play. As we watch her diving attempt as she goes down, but really couldn't do anything effective with it. Now we're tied at 13. Eigner with her second consecutive serve. Just a sophomore, very talented kill shot specialist, and that ball got tipped, and Eigner couldn't quite handle it with her reflexes there. And now we'll substitute. Reagan Alexander will have a seat, and in comes Kendall Coley there, number 15. Ball goes back to Kaylee Bird, the designated server, up 1 point. They're 11 points from the match. Going for their second sweep against Benilde this year. First one came back on October 10th as Brixius gets a kill shot blocked at the net. Now Lanesbury will step back to get it to Howell, and that kill shot is touched at the net. Voss calls it, gets it to Brixius, and what a play, folks. Wow, Molly Voss is playing very well. Look at how she gets that ball perfectly to Brixius from behind the back, from all the way across the court. That was amazing by Molly Voss. Wow, they're still clapping in the Benilde section as they are at St. Louis Park. That was one heck of a play by Molly Voss. And now they have her take a seat, and she deserves a break, I think. And now Lee with the serve, tied at 14s. Now Howell with the kill shot. Nice save there by Tholen. Brixius with the dink shot. Didn't fool Hannah Howell. She'll get the return, and she's able to get the ball to go down. Took a lot off that kill shot attempt. It looked like she first gets the bump, then watch her get back into position and gets the return. And she took a lot off of it, which made the Benilde front line's jump look ill-timed, and it resulted in a point. That is the experience of Hannah Howell right there at the net, gets that 15th point. That ball was sailing out, I thought. Brixius touched at the net, and she delivers another point. She's having a very nice afternoon despite the 2-0 deficit in games. And now more substitutions. That's Josie King will come in for Ellery Clark. There she is, number 17. And she can bring the heat at that front row, and that's why she's in there. And we're tied at 15. Benilde trying to eke out a win here as we look at number 14, Anna Lurvik, the sophomore serve, and she puts that one into the net. And Benilde really cannot afford any unforced errors against the more talented St. Louis Park and more experienced St. Louis Park team as we look at Hannah Howell, who makes up a lot of that talent and experience. Ball goes deep, handled though okay by Tholen, and we're at the net. Coley off the ceiling and unable to manage the ball. And that low ceiling this time comes in to hurt the home team, St. Louis Park. They've been playing all their matches in the activity center, which is just around the corner in the building here, and I think the ceilings are higher in there. I wouldn't know for sure, but it certainly feels that way as Brixius hits there, and that's 2 unforced errors. And those are gonna prove costly as Brixius takes a seat, and checking in for her is Izzy Safford. And now Holden back to serve, number 13, Annie Holden, the senior, and that ball. So Park returns the unforced error favor, and we're tied at 17. So glad you're with us here. I'm Robert Christensen. We're tied here up in game 3. Benilde St. Margaret's trying to extend this best of 5 to a game 4 here. Voss with the serve, who's played very well for Benilde in this game. And now off the mark is she, boy, look at Voss go for that one. There is not a ball she won't try to get. Which I would say that's true probably for all of the players out there, but Voss has really been making some plays for Benilde. Now Anna Bauer, number 3 into serve, 1-point lead, 7 from the match and the game. Now Eigner gets a chance, and it goes off the block attempt by Lanesbury and Alexander, and we're tied at 18. So it's a 7-point game now, folks. Whoever gets to 7 first wins, as we're tied at 18. Much more manageable if you're Benilde, but they've got to guard against the mental errors here, and that's where their lack of experience, just there, it's exactly what I'm talking about. Ellery Clark, unfortunately she'll learn. She's just a freshman. And now Berglund with a 1-point lead, 6 from the game and the match, gets it in. That's Voss. Ahead to Clark and Eigner. It's tipped at the net. No, it wasn't. And that ball is out, and the point goes to Park and Berglund, and now they have a 2-point lead and another timeout by Coach Michael Becker and Benilde, and this is a good time for a timeout for sure if you're Benilde. They're trying to hang in this best of 5 series. As we look at the regular season standings, and I was mentioning Chaska is on top decidedly with a 2-game lead, or 1.5-game lead, I should say, over Jefferson. And then there you see St. Louis Park. So there is your hierarchy. And I've seen Chanhassen play. I've now seen Benilde. I've seen Kennedy. I've seen Cooper. I've seen Jefferson. Obviously, I've seen a lot of St. Louis Park, and that looks like an accurate rendition of the strength of each of these teams. And Chanhassen is a good team. Park, Jefferson, Chaska, all 4 of those teams are very formidable opponents and are capable of beating each other at any given night if they're on their game. But I do think Chaska is probably the class, and then it's St. Louis Park, Jefferson. So lots of good volleyball coming up here in the next month. We hope to be bringing you several of those matches. And now Berglund back to serve, 5 points from the match. And the timeout by Becker pays dividends as Park now with an unforced error. And that serve. And this is crunch time. This is what they talk about, mental toughness, that ability to be in the moment and to execute. That's what's great about high school sports, why it's great training ground for life. Step up big in big moments, not just on the sports court, as that goes for a point for Eigner, and we're tied at 20 with 5 points to go here. Eigner, feeling confident, will serve again. She gets it to go down. Berglund with the bump and the set this time to Reagan Alexander, and she delivers the good, well-placed shot by Reagan. As she'll now step out, there's Lanesbury giving the high 5 to Howell. They got a 1-point lead. Nice set by Lanesbury. She put the right touch on it, and that allowed Reagan Alexander to deliver that cross kill shot. And now there's Kaylee Bird. Steady server, gets it back to Tholen. Now Brixius, and that ball I thought hit the line. My goodness. They're gonna give it to Park. Let's see, was there a violation? Oh, it touched. Oh no, that's way deep. I wasn't sure it didn't touch a Park player at the net, but apparently not. And now a 2-point lead for Bird and the Orioles. 3 points from the game and the match. She gets it over. Tholen wasn't able to control that ball well enough. Didn't allow the set to materialize, and that results in another point for St. Louis Park. So another timeout on the court here. I think taken again by St. Louis, or by Benilde, as they are on the brink of losing this match, as St. Louis Park is really just 2 unforced errors away from winning Game 3, much like they did Game 2 at 25-20 as we look at their upcoming schedule here. So after today, in 2 days, what is today? Saturday the 7th, they'll be playing Monday, Bloomington Kennedy at home. Come on over and check out this nice new gym. There's skylights, although that'll probably be a night game. Not sure how that'll impact it. And then they've got Kennedy, and then at Chanhassen, at Chaska. I know this is the Benilde schedule, and those will be 2 tough matches on the road for Benilde. But they'll get Bloomington Kennedy, and then what was that other one? I thought that was Cooper. But anyway, okay, out of the timeout here, Benilde need to play perfectly, basically, to get this game. And that serve by Kaylee Bird is an ace. And that is a killer if you're Benilde. Time for turn out the lights here, I think, on the Red Knights after that one. That's a little demoralizing. You get aced out of the timeout, and now you got match point for Kaylee Bird. And she's going to get that ball in. Benilde has to execute here to stay in the match, and Bird, and they do. There's mental toughness at the front row there by number 14. Anna Lurvik, I believe, with that kill shot. So still life in Benilde. They're just 4 points from tying this up. And I believe you got to win by 2. Benilde hanging by a thread, as they say. Brixius blocked at the net, and that is your match. The block is ruled good, and they wave goodbye rather than the handshake, and that is your match today. St. Louis Park wins it 3-0. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with our broadcast, I'm Robert Christensen. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.